of it's made. Smoother than your smoothest criminal. Shamo, about that money, what we get into. Shamo, about that money, get residuals. Shamo.
Yes. Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes. They go, ooh la la. She go, ooh la la. We go, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. It's the Friday dance. That's the money dance for Friday for most people. Ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop out of the bed like where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich TV. That's my show. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. If it's your first time, then come on in. Over here, we deal with sports, hip-hop, interviews, Popovisms 101, and motivation. We going to the gym in a little bit. If that sound like your cup of tea, something you can rock with, then before you exit left, kindly hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that notification bell so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. And if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with the channel, thank you. But you know how we do. You know how I start the show.
Looking for
action. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. We in the end game, people. We in the end game because Nas allegedly said that Hov said that DMX and Pac wasn't really lyrical and that only really broke street niggas rock with their music. What? What? That's crazy, crazy, shit crazy. And you know, I got Nas number 1, got Hov number 2, and to hear him say that about Big and X, both artists who I rock with and like very much, you know what I mean? Surprised to hear him say that, you know what I mean? And also that Nas was the better lyricist out of, you know, out of those artists. That I don't have really a problem with. Nas number 1 in my book. Definitely lyrical ability, street telling ability, I mean, storytelling ability, metaphors, flows, etc. You know what I mean? Paint the picture. But the broke street niggas though, I don't know about that one, Hov. I'm definitely looking at you with the side eye for that. We also in the end game. The Olympics, you know what I mean? In Tokyo. She's a runner, she's a track star. She gonna run away when it gets hard. Like, so did Sha'Carri Richardson foresee the future? Did she self-sabotage herself? And we did a video on this, so go see the other video I did. But what I want to say is, we see a lot of people, a lot of the athletes that work their whole life to get there. You know, the Olympics is every 4 years. Not like, yo, next season you just come back. You got to wait an extended period of time before you can compete on that level and on that stage. She missed her opportunity by blowing it away, blowing it down. But with people coming up with the virus now, contracting the virus, people got to back out of the games, so to speak. Then the conditions that some of them, they was showing, like the beds and all that. And a lot of shit is going on over there, like, you know what I mean? So did she foresee, like, you know what, I don't even want to be a part of that. So I'm going to do what I've been doing. I'm going to blow it down. I know they're going, you know, do the test and all that. And then I just won't be able to go compete. But we in the end game, not only because all the shit that's going on over there, and that's why I just brought her up, but the other Olympian, world champion, and, you know, gold medalist and all that, Simone Biles. So she just recently backed away, or said it's all mental. It's not all racial like Martin Lawrence and Boomerang, but it's all mental. She just recently came out and said, I'm going to bow out gracefully because none of y'all really could beat me. So y'all just better hope we gracefully bow out. Said she was having mental health issues and she had to take a step back. A lot of people clowning her, or it's like, I ain't going to say split. I'll just reverse it, you know what I mean? Like, what is reverse it? Don't whip that, like, you know what I mean? But he said if it was a black dude, a black man, that just decided you was competing, then you didn't have a great showing, and then you just go to the back, and then instead of coming back out and finishing, you say, you know what? Excuse me, I'm not all here with it today. I'm going to take a mental health day, fall back. Like, you took a spot from somebody, you earned the spot, but you went there, you there to compete, you got your teammate, oh, niggas is depending on you. Yo, we on the team. And then you just decide to, you know, when it comes to stuff like this, we don't know if it's true or not, meaning like we don't know the extent of what somebody has going on in between their head. You never know. You could be talking with them, it's like I'm talking with y'all right now, but you'll never know what's going on in the back office unless somebody tell you. Your moms could have just passed. You know, your father could have been in an accident. Your brother could have just got gunned down in the street, innocent victim. Like, your girl could have been cheating on you. Like, we never know what's going on. And the face or the representative that person is standing there talking with you, laughing, you wouldn't even know shit. Till later on, then they hit you like, yo, I was having mental issues, or they commit, you know, they do something crazy, and you'll be looking like, damn, I just was talking with them. I ain't had no idea that they was going through stuff. So that's what I mean. You never really can tell unless the person comes out and tell you, or obviously if you know this person very, very well to where you be like, nah, something is off. When I was talking with her today, I kind of felt she didn't have the same vibes, or whatever the case. What y'all think? Like, should she get a pass for just backing out and claiming that as mental health? Should we believe her off the rip and just hold it down? If it was a black man, would it be the same energy? Would it be the same narrative being painted? So I just thought that was interesting. I seen a little clip on her even before the Olympics. You know, she got boyfriend and shit, football player. They both seem happy together. You know, it seemed like they mesh well together, like they're a good couple. You know how you see people like, oh, they're a good couple or whatever. They fit good together. She all small and shit, football player. But just to hear that now was like, Then Sha'Carri, she just sitting back, you know what I mean, out the loop. But you see what it is. Last night, NbaDrafT 2021. And I didn't even really realize the draft was taking place. I actually was in the gym when I seen them giving the picks out. And naturally, the New York Knicks, we don't get nobody. Like, we ain't get nobody, I think, to the 59th pick, Jericho Sims. But anyway, I'm in the gym working out a few weeks ago, so I knew it was coming. But, you know, last night I get in and didn't realize it was on. Like, oh, shit is on. So I tuned in. I didn't catch the whole draft. And I'd be lying if I'm like, I'm all in the college streets and I know all of the college athletes, because I don't. I know the top people, couple of people that went to Detroit, Cleveland, etc. I think Houston got a couple of good picks. But I like how they did the draft. Like, not only because people is back together, you know, you get to see the young men come out in the outfits they put together, show their swag, show how they put it together, etc., etc. It's just they living their dream, or they fulfilling their dream. All that hard work is paying off. But I like the fact that they had Luda, a couple of comedians, couple of actors from movies that's coming out now, shouting them out, bigging them up on the screen. Then they walked, then they were sitting there with their families, and you get to see a lot of them, you know, a lot of them have great support systems. And there was one story in particular, I can't get his name. I think they were saying King of Zamunda. I think they was being funny with Boomerang. No, not Boomerang, with Coming to America. And they was like the King of Zamunda. But I think he's from the Congo, and I can't get his name right now. But He went to the Warriors, number 7 pick. I do know that. But they say he came over here to America, coming to America, at 13, went to 4 different colleges in 4 years, or high schools, or something like that. Now on this night, he reunited with his family for the first time, and he been over here putting that work in. So I showed my small boy, like, nah, you see this? This is motivation. This is motivation 101. Gee, yeah. First off, I'm going to start my flow like, yeah, that part. To come over here at that young age, do what you got to do, stay laser focused, not worry about the buffoonery, which remains at an all-time high. The buffoonery remains at an all-time high. There's so much shit to get to because I had missed like 2 days. Sometimes it be like that, y'all. I'm sorry. I do got other shit that I'm doing. So it's wild stories and topics. But for this part, I thought that was definitely motivation, and it just shows, like, also with immigrants, with people that's not from the best country in the world, right? Like, regardless of how you feel about the United Snakes of America and all the other shit that comes with being in America, you still can't really go nowhere else and live like how you live here. Get it how people get it here. That's why they coming to America. They're coming to America. Like, they're not just coming here because they, you know what I mean? Like, they're coming because it's better than where they at. Opportunity is better here. You can finagle and, you know what I mean, get it how you get it. But for the most part, a lot of the people that live here, that's born here, that's raised here, they got that entitled, like, everything, like, learn English and I'm not going to learn no other languages and everything going to come to me, and you just take it for granted as opposed to people that don't have it. Remember, I seen one clip where the dude was playing ball with no shoes on out there, Africa or Nigeria or somewhere in another country. And I think Serge Ibaka was in the clip or whatever. I think he wanted to meet Serge, or he was inspired by Serge, and then I think he gave him a pair of sneakers or something like that, and he's stopping, cutting, you know what I mean, on the floor. Feet is busted all up. No sneakers. But he like, yeah, I'm going to make it to the NBA and I'm going to buy 100 pair of sneakers. But just those type of little stories, little inspirations, little injections of, oh, somebody else got it worse than you. Somebody else, somewhere else, no matter your situation, got it worse than you. That's why I told y'all in the other video, yeah, when I wake up on the bat line, when I look up at the ceiling, I thank God I'm alive. What a beautiful feeling. I start the day off like I know it's somebody somewhere that's doing worse than me. So let me count my blessings. So even though I may not be where I want to be right now, I'm still blessed. I'm still grateful. I'm still appreciative of where I'm starting out the day. And then later on, maybe in the, at night, I could be somewhere else. And that's how it goes over here. So when you see people come from other spots and they got that work ethic, they got that energy to win, play the curve and get nauseous, watching a spin, take heed and peep game. Because it's like, yeah, they in it to win it. They not playing no games and they here to beat you and take your spot. That's why you see the Africans, you see the Asians, and then I know it's redline, and I know, you know what I mean? I didn't know prior, but now I know that was part of the, you know what I mean? The fuckery, if you will, too. But it's still no excuse. You can get it out the mud just like they get it out the mud. So with that being said, the Knicks ain't, I don't know who he is. Can't really say. We had a lot of picks, had to give them away. I think Detroit did fairly well with the draft picks they got. Obviously, the kings of the draft as far as draft picks was OKC. They had 1,000,001 draft picks. But let's get to the big story, though. Westbrook swish. Keep watching me. Westbrook swish. Hey, keep jocking me. Westbrook swish. And that's the girl Holiday. Shout outs to Holiday, the golden child. And y'all also could catch her on 8 at the Table, big YouTube channel. A lot of good content, if you will. A lot of crazy shit. That's where the other girl, whatever her name is, Blue Jasmine. She was on she's on that podcast, and she's talking about Future and all that. Oh yeah, five golden rings, 5,000. Yeah, negative. But they got good content. Go check them out. Anyway, Westbrook is now a Los Angeles Laker. And, Twitter, black Twitter that is, I'm in these YouTube streets. a lot of people had things to say, good and bad. And my whole thing is, now they're saying Lakers is a super team, but they're not a super team. So it's like, what side of the spectrum you falling on? Westbrook brick, you know what I mean? LeBron is old, Wash King, AD, Mr. Glass, can't get it done. But the thing is, they traded Kuzma. I'm not really mad at that. Montrezl Harrell, they shouldn't have traded him, I believe. You need dogs on your team. You need the Draymonds. You need the Ron Artest. You need, you know what I mean, Lance Stevenson. You need gritty, rugged players. You need the Tony Allens. You know what I mean? Like, you need players like that. You need the Patrick Beverleys to get under your skin, the Dennis Rodmans. The list goes on. And that's just off the top. But you need people like that. I want winners. I want people that want to win. And the people that you can't win, can't coach them, can't win them. Yeah, that's Mike Singletary. You know what I mean? That's his line. You need people like that on your team. And when you trade the Harrell, you know what I mean? And also they gave up Caldwell Pope and the number 22 pick of last night. So it's like, what are they left with? Are they a super team? I don't think they're a super team, but I will say, well, if I was the general manager, would I have gave those 3 pieces up for Westbrook? It depends on what I thought I could get in the back end far as to round out the roster. Schroeder's still there. You know, they still got, I think, Matthews, and I didn't really like Marc Gasol. I know he's a champion with Toronto. I know he can shoot the 3, but he's not better than Dwight Howard, at least not at this point in his career. So I went and made that trade, but he's still there. Are you going to be able to run, or they're going to look old? And, you know, even though West has averaged triple-double for the last 4 years, I want to say 4 or 3 years, you know, can't shoot consistently from the outside, but don't really need to. Get to the rack when he want. Rockabye baby. A lot of the guards are smaller. And, you know, he played with tenacity. Obviously, he played with the Mamba mentality, you know what I mean? And he's from that cloth, said from the late, great Kobe Bryant himself. Rest in peace to the Black Mamba. So I think they still going to be good. Obviously, they're already talking about Westbrook versus Kevin Durant in the finals. Like, you just skip past everything. And I don't think that will be the case this year. No predictions yet. Season is it's still too early. But I'm rolling with the Brody. I like Westbrook. I think he's going to bring a different dynamic, probably infuse some energy into the Lakers. You just got to see what they're going to do with the rest of their roster, because it's like, not really sure, you know what I mean? Like, who y'all going to round out with? A lot of other teams got better. Denver got better. I forget the person who fell to them, but he could shoot. He's they were saying he could do some of the same things Jamal Murray can do. Obviously, coming off the injury, we don't know if he's going to start the season, how he's going to get back, and we're going to leave it like that. But should be interesting. It just seemed like the draft was yesterday. He was talking about LaMelo Ball. Go see the other video I did. Yeah, I covered the draft, and that was 8 months ago. And I think because of, you know, the virus and the time switching, things got a little out of whack. I think this is the normal time that it's supposed to be. And when it happened 8 months ago, it wasn't supposed to be. I'm not really sure. But real other quick news. Aaron Rodgers, that bad man, A-Rod, he gave up the power struggle. I kind of didn't really see him going nowhere. So now he's going to be in Green Bay for another year. They locked him up. They locked him in. He's locked and loaded. Did the press conference. I didn't see it, heard about it. Yeah, so Aaron Rodgers is staying with the Green Bay Packers. I think for one more year, that probably would be his best case scenario. See if you can run it back, get a chip, you know what I mean? And then go somewhere else and get another payday. Who y'all think is the winners of the NBA draft? Obviously, we don't got the Knicks thing hanging and all that. The Knicks, like I said, they got Jericho Sims. I don't know who he is. They had a couple of good picks, but they had to trade him. So it was like, we ain't even really excited. Like last year, last draft, we was talking about O.B. Toppington and J.R. Barrett running it back for a second season. Speaking of R.J. Barrett, or his running mate in Duke, which is Zion Williamson, they picked up like 2 good players on the Pelicans as well. So, like I said, the NBA should be real interesting. Who your team? Do you like who you got who you see making moves because of the draft. Aaron Rodgers, did you want to see him on your team? I know I would have loved to see him on the Giants. That wasn't going to happen. So he's staying in Green Bay. You already know what it is. It's your boy, Popovich. You're now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted. So sometimes we might veer off into the great pastors. We authentic. You can go do your research. That feeling back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.